Hi everybody. This is Rebecca Felt, and I'm going to do my project reflection for my assignment number 2, my research topic. Overview would be that me and Samantha did a research on how project-based assessment and collaborative learning would benefit students in a classroom overall. Specifically for my research, I found that it would be very beneficial for students to participate in project-based assessments versus individualized assessments. The research said that it increased classroom rigor, it increased standardized test scores, it showed students connections to real-world problems. Specifically, I teach math, so many students find it very difficult to find some real life tied in examples. So if you can show them that right away at the beginning, it nips a lot of those questions in the butt. Online collaboration was something that was huge during this entire project, since this is the first time I ever had to do a group project online. And I actually found it to be really convenient not having to meet up with somebody in person to discuss the project at the same time. Samantha and I really focused our outline using a Google Doc and then left each other comments and critiques along the way so we could cohesively work together on the project. And through the cookie review, I found that to be very beneficial for the fact of I was able to dive into my classmates' different research topics and see what they were talking about in terms of what they valued. And for modeling information literacy and my technology skills, I really had to utilize my information literacy skills for finding my own scholarly articles for my research topic and making sure that it was timely and that the author was somebody that was considered scholarly. And I had to use my technology skills, like I said before, collaborating with Samantha Ulrich and open and clear communication and scheduling. There would have been no way for us to complete the project like at various times and then putting the pieces together without the use of technology. My 2 major takeaways were for collaboration, shifting from in-person to virtual, and gaining perspective through peer review. Specifically for collaboration for in-person versus virtual, like I said before, this is my first time ever having to do an online group project and an online class, really. So I found it to be very beneficial since I'm just starting this grad school program and having to do an online class. It definitely will help me prepare for future online courses throughout my graduate school experience. And it's something that I'm going to share as an experience for my students currently, showing them that they don't have to necessarily meet up with each other at someone's house or at Starbucks to work on a class project. They can do bits and pieces virtually, or like I said, how Sam and I used the Google Doc to connect with each other when we weren't in the same location or we weren't able to G-chat each other at that particular time. And specifically for my second takeaway of through peer review, I really enjoyed reading through everybody's project and seeing what type of research they came up with and different ways that they could integrate those things in their classroom. Specifically when I was looking at Rodney's, where he was saying how you could take a group selfie in the beginning of the school year and then use it as like your Google Classroom background. I found that is something as a huge takeaway as to something I would really love to do for my students in my classroom. And even going through and looking at other people's projects, I found it super beneficial to how I could make my project better. Like, I did not use very many pictures. I think I used one graph during my presentation, and seeing how everybody else had photos. They always say a picture's worth 1,000 words. So I think it would have been way more beneficial to have some other photos to demonstrate some of those key things I was trying to demonstrate. So thank you, guys.